Just who will fill the seat left vacant by former Delegate Tiffany Austin? Good evening. This is CTV News. I'm Rochelle Metzger.
And I'm Patricia Vallone. Thank you for joining us this evening. Well, yet another twist is the ongoing drama to figure out who will represent the 24th District in the Maryland legislature. Today, the State Court of Appeals put on hold a Prince George's County judge's decision. Judge Philip Nichols ruled that neither Tiffany Austin nor Greg Hall would get the job and that the governor could appoint someone. However, both sides have appealed that decision. Everything is now on a standstill until the appeals court rules. Hall, whose background had come under scrutiny, told us how he feels about the ongoing legal wrangling.
When you look back in the history, every great fight always looked like it's a mess for civil rights. And I'm standing on my civil rights as a Marylander, a person that who is a part of this great state. And it looked ugly, but I cannot stop fighting because there's so many other people that comes before me that had to fight for me to have this opportunity. And I feel I can't take this opportunity laying down, and I just can't let just people run over me.
Hall faced handgun and drug possession charges back in 1992. The Court of Appeals is expected to decide by Wednesday whether it will hear the case.
Prince George's police arrest a man in connection with a shooting that took the life of a 14-year-old boy in Lewisdale. 24-year-old Jose Rodriguez Nunez of Hyattsville is facing second-degree murder and other related charges for allegedly shooting Eliezer Reyes early Wednesday morning. Reyes was shot in a drive-by while walking along the 2200 block of Sheridan Street early Wednesday morning. Tonight, police say they are now looking for this man in connection with the shooting. He's identified as John Hernandez. He's wanted for first-degree murder in the Reyes shooting. Anyone with information on Hernandez is asked to contact county police. A local teenager is behind bars accused of shooting a 16-year-old for his cell phone. 17-year-old Derek Wills of the district has been charged as an adult with attempted first-degree murder. On Tuesday afternoon, police say he shot the victim after he refused to give up his phone during a robbery in Chapel Oaks. Wills had the cell phone when police took him into custody yesterday. He's being held on a no-bond status.
A Bladensburg family thought an earthquake hit the area this morning after a van came within inches of a mother and her 3-year-old while they were sleeping. Maniko Bartholomew has the story.
A Bladensburg family can no longer call this apartment home.
I thought it was like an earthquake.
17-year-old Eduardo Carino is still in disbelief.
I was sleeping. And then when I got up, all I heard was a big explosion happening.
It wasn't an explosion, but a minivan crashed into the apartment around 8 this morning, leaving the top and bottom units fragile.
And my mom was saying to the driver, what happened? And then she said, well, she kept on saying, I don't know. That's all she said.
Eduardo says the driver lost control of her van in this parking spot. The impact literally pushed his mother and 3-year-old sister out of bed.
It was this close to almost hitting my mom and my baby sister.
There is still a lot of work to do. The damage is so extensive, the Carino family is not allowed back inside for the moment. As for the driver, no word yet on whether she'll face charges. In Bladensburg, Maniko Bartholomew, CTV News.
And the Carino family is trying to relocate to another apartment within the complex. Meanwhile, Bladensburg police say the cause of the accident is driver error. The driver will not face criminal charges.
A strong earthquake shakes the coast of Japan today, the same region devastated by last year's massive quake and tsunami. According to reports, the natural disaster occurred just after 5:30 p.m. their time and lasted for several minutes. Officials say the 7.3 magnitude quake was followed by smaller aftershocks and a tsunami warning. Earlier today, CTV spoke via Skype to Skylar Wananeri, an American grad student and part-time teacher currently living in Yokohama, Japan.
I was laying down, just relaxing, and I thought it was my imagination, but I soon noticed that it was not because my desk was rattling, my drawer was rattling, and then I was rattling, so I knew that we were having an earthquake. So I just started to look at my watch, and I wanted to see how long it was going to be, but took about more than 5 minutes. Like, this earthquake was long, so I was just worried about when would it end. But I mean, it ended. So
Juana Neri tells CTV News that this is actually the third earthquake she has experienced since she arrived in Japan in August. She says the worst one so far hit 2 weeks ago, but was not widely reported in the U.S. And we thank her for talking to us. It was 1:15 a.m. her time during that interview.
Well, today is the 71st anniversary of Pearl Harbor. Flags are flying at half-staff in remembrance of the day in 1941 when Japanese forces attacked a U.S. naval base in Pearl Harbor, Hawaii. The attack marked the beginning of World War II. Today, the Navy and National Park Service will honor servicemen who fought in the war and women who worked as pilots. More than 2,000 people died in the Pearl Harbor attack. And you are watching CTV News. I'm Patricia Vallone.
And I'm Rochelle Metzger.